you doing? Thank you. Appreciate you. Good job, dude. Danny said he killed it out there.
Okay, I've done the preliminaries, so Tony, give us an overview, please.
Yeah, I mean, outstanding game. Their lineup was as advertised. Very difficult to navigate was the word out on the street for good reason. And they got a lot of fight to them, too. I know they've got a lot of elimination wins and comeback wins. So it was going to take an extra special effort out of our whole team, to be honest with you. This is the second week in a row we've got to a guy that many people don't get to. And they're guys that can frustrate you, which makes it even more difficult when you kind of are feeling that playoff vibe or elimination deal. But we got the special effort by those guys, you know, forcing somebody who refuses to come out of the game to come out of the game. And then we brought our guy that doesn't like to come out of the game. And a few guys asked me on the field, a lot of people asked me on the field, what did you mean by you made a mistake or you should have put your team in a better position in game one? And that was me just speaking out loud to you guys and being honest. I don't feel good about the guy to the left of me not being in a game that we have a chance to win. So maybe we can go to him in the ninth inning when we've cut it to 5-3, but then he can't go for as long as he did, or maybe doesn't even have an opportunity to come in that earlier in the game. So that's kind of what I was referring to. It's an interesting deal how the season has worked out, having a starter go to the bullpen for a reset and then lighting the world on fire out of the bullpen. So it's kind of the way we rolled with it, but the second time he's gone, you know, up towards 100 pitches in the playoffs. And, you know, Doe will bounce back and be one of the best pitchers to come out of this thing. And there's a lot of other best pitchers, but I'm prejudiced. It might be the best guy in the whole thing. And trust me, I know the guy we faced the other night, how good he is. But that's why it was nice to be in our dugout today, I guess, in conclusion.
Okay, let's open it up for questions for the student athletes first, and we'll start back here. We got Claire and Haley today.
Matt Tallery from World Baseball Network. Chase, how did it feel to just maintain your composure with your mechanics on the mound, finishing off with 6 innings, 73 pitches, 20 batters faced, no walks, striking out 9 batters, let alone containing the run tempo with not having the Stanford offense get into scoring position the rest of the way?
Yeah, you know, that offense is really talented. So, you know, me coming in there, you know, me and Coach A had a game plan going into it and just following that game plan and sticking to it 100%.
Okay, right here.
Jack Foster, Rocky Top Insider. Jared, just what do you think allowed you guys to have more success in the 5th inning offensively?
You know, I think we were just putting together quality at bats. The guy's obviously a really good pitcher. He's done really good things this year, so credit to him for that. But I think we just started to calm down a little bit and realized that we're never out of the fight. And I think we just started coming together as a team like we always do later in the games.
Okay, next question. Yeah. Matt?
Matty Marinas, White and Blue Review for Chase. When you came in that game, it obviously felt like a lot of momentum was in Stanford's dugout, and they had a situation they could have put together. What was going through your mind as you approached that first hitter and settled in?
Yeah, you know, coming out the bullpen, you know, I got one thing in mind, it's just do your job. You know, no fight's too big for us, and I'm just going to go out there and do my job and hope for the best.
Okay, back over here.
Yeah, Chase, Gentry SS, Tennessee. And what do you think it is about this role that suited you so well?
That's hard to say, man. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. I love energy. So, you know, coming in this game, I had a lot of energy. Balled it up. You know, I knew how to go a little bit longer today. So, you know, it's a different role, but I'm happy being it.
I think really regardless of what inning he or other guys were throwing in, it was a crazy beginning to the season. And the whole group needed to find our way, but we also kind of needed a reset. And whether it's individually or as a team, Jared mentioned it, just kind of coming together and finding a way to be the best version of ourselves, because we were fighting so many extra battles at the beginning of the year. And now we're just fighting the game and the opponent, which if you're in this place, it's hard enough as is, so there's no reason to fight extra battles.
Okay, back here.
Jared, I know he's sitting right next to you, but if you could put your thoughts on Chase's outing into words.
Yeah, I mean, I said it last year whenever we were playing at Ole Miss. We're really lucky to have this guy on our team. Super special guy, really hard worker, even better guy off the field. So it's just extremely special to have a guy like this in our program, and he does really good things for us. And it just shows you today that if you put your mind to something, you can do whatever you want to do. So credit to him for a great outing.
Get right here up front.
Yeah, of course.
Wes Rucker, 24/7. For Jared, with that wind at times, it looked like it might have taken 2 swings to get the ball out of the yard today. I saw that early on with the sac flies and everything. Did y'all make any adjustments, to sort of hit more line drives, or was it just happened?
Yeah, I think it was during that 5th inning whenever we were rallying. You were hearing V scream from the dugout, hands out on top, and whenever he says that, it's usually just trying to get hands out on top, obviously, and just hit line drives. So, yeah, because we knew that if we hit the ball in the air, it wasn't going to really do anything. There's probably 1 or 2 guys on our team that could get it out of there today.
We tend to dumb it down around our place a little bit.
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah, this is for Chase again. Matt Towery from World Baseball Network. You guys are second in the country with earned run average, but let alone what lies ahead for you guys the next few days. There's still the Floridas, the LSUs are still in the mix. Familiar opponents, let alone in conference. What's it like to just go out there and now you guys are going to compete still for a national title?
Man, I don't know. Yeah.
I think I don't mean to speak for him. Actually, we used to tease him freshman year. He needed practice, but Danny said he's killing it out there compared to his high school interviews. So we're all about improvement in all areas. But no, I think now is an opportunity just to play. Like yesterday's off day was a little frustrating because we lost. We wanted to bounce back and play again. Well, be careful what you ask for because now it's like Little League. You get your uni muddy or you just keep playing. And unfortunately, we have the arms to keep going. We've kind of shortchanged some of those guys by taking them out of games early, but it might benefit us in the long run. And, I'm glad you mentioned that number because I tried to spit it out the other night. I don't know where we stack up with ERA, and that doesn't tell the whole story, like that we're necessarily better than whoever's third in ERA, but it's kudos to Coach Anderson, who I lean on a lot because we've had, again, a quirky start to our year. A lot of guys have not had career years or anything like that, and yet as a group, if you combine it all together, it's a pretty impressive number.
Good answer, Chase.
Yeah. Thank you.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
We have a Zoom question. Please give us your name, your affiliation, and which player you're addressing the question.
Yeah, hi, this is Ben Parker from CardinalSportsReport.com. I cover the Stanford Cardinal for the Rivals Network. This question is for Chase. Just want to get your thoughts on the challenge of facing a really potent Stanford lineup for the first time. Just what's the challenge of facing a tough lineup like that the first time? And then, of course, also the first time they had seen you before. So just do you feel that maybe that first-time matchup worked to your advantage at all in this one?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if they have a pitcher, in their conference that's kind of like me. They were putting really good swings on my fastball and slider too. So I used all my pitches today, to get ahead in the count and do the job. So.
Okay, this will be our last question for the players.
Jack Foster, Rocket Tap Insider. Jared, you guys have had a lot of comeback wins, especially in the postseason. What can you say about the perseverance and fight in this team improving over the course of the season?
Yeah, it's super special. And like I said earlier, we just know we're never out of the fight. We got a really special group of guys that have been through a lot this year. And we kind of huddled together before the game and told each other, let's not let today be our last day. And I think everybody kind of just took that and ran with it. Just coming together at the right time. And it's super special what we've done.
Men, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
You're super special, Jared.
Chase, if you want to stay and answer for him now.
You want to? Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Okay, open it up for questions. We'll start back here with Matt.
Yeah, Tony, it felt like over here. Sorry, I felt like Quinn was really settling in there those first 4 innings. You felt like he had a good rhythm going. How did you break that as suddenly and as potently as you guys did, do you think?
Now that he's out of here, I think it's easier to say he changed the energy of the game when he came in. And it was frustrating for everybody because we got a chance to score in the first inning and don't do it. We got the right guys up at the plate. We don't do it. And then Doe is cruising or, gets 2 quick outs, I should say, and has a chance to get us right back in the dugout. And let's keep this thing going because we felt like we had a good mindset and game plan for Matthews. I think the guys were excited about the challenge because last week during our whatever you want to call our schedule was in Hattiesburg, we had to sit there and wait for the Texas-Stanford game to finish so that we knew what time we played the next day, which was the biggest game of the year. So the guys were excited about the challenge, and I think we had a good game plan. So the offensive approach was there, but it was just kind of a kick in the gut to all of a sudden think we're going to be ahead in the first. Now we're down in the first. And that was a theme early in the year. We expected to do great things right out of the chute, and when it didn't go well, the guys got deflated. And somewhere along the year, we learned to respond the right way. When it gets tough, you got to get a little tougher, or whatever cliche you want to throw at it. So I think we grew up as a team and handled situations better like that in the middle of the game when you're down 4-0. I think this is the 3rd time we've come back from 4-0. But then also, to be honest with you, since he started to come in the games, instead of starting, he's completely changed the vibe. When he's out there, the guys get energy from it.
Okay, over here.
Yeah, Tony, what does it say about Chase, given how the season has gone and yet he's responded the way he has? And have you been around too many relievers that can change a game the way he keeps doing?
Yeah, he's a pro. And normally when you get a freshman, they're kind of out of sorts. They don't have routines. And I kept saying it last year because he did great things last year and so had to answer a lot of questions about him. We didn't know we were getting what we got his freshman year, and it's more of a compliment to him than anything. We knew we were getting a great arm, great stuff. We were fortunate enough he decided to go to college instead of sign, but we didn't know he was going to be that mature. I mean, he thinks he's like an infielder or an outfielder. He's not that good, but his PFP was really good. His routines were already polished. He's a pro, and so I think when he's been asked to handle different situations, he's TBA last year in the Super Regional, but then we start him and he goes 7 innings and is incredible then. It all kind of falls under that umbrella of pro. And then, the Vanderbilt series is one that local media talks about. He changed the vibe in the stands with the media, with our fans not at the game, with our dugout, with our team, that particular instance. But the rest, to be honest with you, I just file under the category of he's one of the best pitchers on the planet, amateur status, and he's just getting us outs. Because, again, we got a starter. And it'll be interesting. If we can keep playing ball, it'll be interesting when his next lump of innings comes. Does it come at the beginning of the game or the middle or at the end?
Okay. Jack.
Alex Day, College Baseball Central. Coach, can you talk a little bit about what it means for you to get your first win here in Omaha and the program's first win in Omaha since 2001?
Yeah, I mean, anytime there's a bridge to the history, it's a big deal for us. We invested a lot of time in kind of researching Coach Delmonico's time on Rocky Top and the 2005 team, but also Burke's team, and then Todd Helton's group. They've helped us a bunch. So anything kind of excites us that serves as a bridge between us and success in the past. I mean, Tennessee in general is a place, Pat Summit, you name it, a very proud tradition. And then for today, to be honest with you, our little theme we've had all year long because of tough times is just keep pushing forward. So this is one more day we get to keep pushing forward, and then a win is nice, but you need more than one win at this place to get too excited about wins. It's more about this group getting to be together another day or two, and hopefully even more than that. But I don't know if they agree with me in August and September, like, yeah, let's do whatever we got to do to hang out a little bit more. But the team has come together, and I speak for them that we'll take another hour together if we can.
Okay, Mike, well, this will be our last question for this session. Happy birthday, Mike.
Thanks, Bill. Coach,
Did you get him anything?
I got a question.
Okay, there you go.
Coach Mike Patterson, Omaha World Herald. Going against Quinn Matthews today, a guy who had thrown 156 pitches at the previous start. Did that change your strategy at all, or did you have a specific strategy to attack him?
Yeah, we did as a group, and you kind of got two choices. You could say, man, why are we the team that inherits the number 1 strikeout pitcher in the country and the number 2 strikeout pitcher in the country in our back-to-back games? Or you can have the Brian Cain mindset of we get to face this guy and this guy. And again, I think, I don't know, maybe it was because we were sitting and watching that game on TV last week and our kids knew who he was, or Coach Elander getting with those guys and putting together a pretty specific game plan that I would share with you at this point if I knew exacts. But I think it was more about looking forward to and excited about the challenge and knowing that it's not going to be easy. This is a wild place. You're dying to get here as a ball player from the time you're a little tyke. But again, like I said earlier, you better be careful what you ask for. When you get here, it is not going to be easy at any point of the whole deal.
Tony, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Okay. Reminder that Hammond Communications posts a recording of